Your attitude right there is exactly what was in these text messages.
Her attitude outside this courtroom is totally different than what a text message. She was sending me voice memos. I told her, I'm done talking to you. She telling people that I caused her to have a miscarriage in July, when in July, I was at your house probably every other day. And me and you had a conversation. You called me from the hospital, from the procedure, and it wasn't about a miscarriage. You didn't start saying anything about a miscarriage until you found out I was pregnant.
I'm not gonna speak with her.
So it's $2,700. That's a stressful situation. Are you rich, Ms.
No,
Carter?
that was my money that I had from a previous lawsuit that I put to the side because I said I'm gonna treat myself for my birthday because I never get anything from anybody, but I give to everybody and no one never gives me anything. So I said, let me treat myself. I'm gonna buy me a new car because I didn't have my car that I currently have for 8 years.
Ms. Crosby.
I'm gonna get me a car.
Do you think you owe her anything?
No more.
Why?
You caused stress on my life. You caused stress on my marriage.
You caused stress on her.
How did I cause stress on you?
Because you borrowed money and you never paid her back. That's why. Why are we here? This is stressful.
It is, and this is what I'm saying. Me and her being cordial and cool the whole time until October.
Did you pull up the Cash Apps?
Yes, ma'am.
You can give that to Officer Montano. Please pull it up exactly where you need me to see. And what am I looking at?
The Cash App, it said, but I was still loaning her money even then. She'd text me, you got $15 here? It say for loan. For loan. I was still giving her money even after the fact that she owed me money. I was still loaning her money. I've always given when she asked.
So did she make $200 payments to you?
No, she canceled them payments.
How do you cancel
And
my
that's
Cash
the
App?
truth.
Okay, so these payments here with her name, I see a $200.
No, you know what? I stand corrected.
I don't know
she
what this
did give me
means.
$200, and in the text I said, Deshara, what is $200 supposed to do for me when I told you that my bank account is in overdraft? She did give me $200.
Ma'am, what in the world have we been talking about this whole time?
I said I stand corrected.
Oh, okay, so she has given you how much now towards the loan?
$700.
Lord, what I'm seeing on your phone.
There's
two payments for $200.
I don't recall the other 200.
Okay, but I can't count one and not count the other. That makes no sense.
That's fine.
Okay, so that means $900.
Yeah, we can say that. That's fine.
Are y'all good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to excuse both of you while we deliberate in this matter. Thank you both very much. Thank you.
This courtroom is now in recess.
Why do people keep giving people money when they have a history of not paying them back?
To keep us in business.
We wouldn't be here if they weren't doing that. Okay, so we obviously know that the defendant owes the plaintiff money.
Yeah.
Her excuse that she doesn't want to take her payments is ridiculous, as you pointed out, Michael. So the issue is how much has the defendant paid towards this loan? Right. We just got confirmation from the plaintiff finally that she did make two $200 payments plus a $500 payment. So that would total $900. And then she still owes money, because I do believe that these plane tickets were not a gift. They were a loan, especially when the defendant testified that the plaintiff does nothing out of the goodness of her heart. So it was a loan. That was for $1,000, but there was some interest that accrued. And if I can get some help on the interest.
I think she provided the interest. $1,155 is the total amount with the interest.
So I believe that the plaintiff is entitled to $2,955.
I agree.
I'm gonna
it's clear.
I'm gonna dissent.
You would.
I firmly believe that there was another payment of $500 where she said you still owe the remaining balance of $800, and it appears that that additional $500 never went through. So the balance was never reduced from 13 to 8.
It is concerning that the plaintiff took me in circles with regards to the two $200 payments. I think that there was some confusion. I do believe that there are issues with bank accounts. I don't believe that they do things the normal way. So I'm still inclined to award the plaintiff $2,955.
I'm not inclined to give the defendant the benefit of the doubt.
I just dissent on the basis of the plaintiff's statements in the texts and the memos that the balance is only $1,300.
We have a verdict.
We have a verdict.
Dissent.
And a dissent.